If you are a coach, one thing you probably want to know is how much value are your clients receiving from your work? If you don't know the value of your coaching, there are quite a few problems that arise from that. So one might be that you end up undercharging. Secondly, it can make you feel less confident in sales meetings or meetings with potential clients, especially when it comes to talking about the package and the pricing and the money part of it. That can be a difficult conversation. And thirdly, you can end up giving too much away if you don't know your value. And I'm all for giving things away in terms of getting clients on board that way, but you've got to be quite strategic about it. And sometimes people just give too much away in that way. So I'm Lisa Farr, and I help coaches very specifically with their marketing, getting more clients. And this is a key part of it for me. Pricing, knowing our value is really, really important. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making is looking at their packaging, looking at their pricing before they've really got a key sense around the value of their offer. And what I see is coaches underestimating the value that their clients receive. And so that's why I wanted to make this video for you, so that you could gain some key insights and really begin to get an understanding or a deeper understanding of how much value coaching brings to your clients. And I've got a few key ways to share that with you. So how do you find out the value of your coaching? When I'm working with coaches on their value, there are three main things that we look at. We look at the results that your clients have achieved. We look at what are the benefits they've received as well from working with you. And thirdly, what's the transformation? So looking at the sort of the transformation, the before and after, if you like, from the work with you. And I would say this is an iterative process, because the results that your clients are going to get over time are going to get even better. So if you've been coaching for some time, it might be a good idea to look at it again. You'll probably find that your clients are getting even more value from the work with you. A key question perhaps to ask yourself here that's really useful is, what is the value of these results that your clients have received? And when I ask that question of coaches, often they'll say to me, okay, so do you mean the financial value, or do you mean value that isn't financially orientated? And I think you want to look at both. Different potential clients, new clients, are going to be motivated by different things, of course. So if you can get a sense of the financial value, that is really useful. And it may take some unearthing, a bit of digging, going deeper in terms of what the financial value truly is. You may want to look at things like, have you helped your client to save time, make more money? Have you helped them? So I've had clients, just to give you a few examples, clients over the years, sometimes coaches will be really good at helping their clients to retain customers. That can be hugely valuable. If you work with leaders, you may help leaders to implement projects that kind of weren't going anywhere before you worked with them. And then, of course, the value could be as much as the value of that project. So you can get into some really big numbers there. Other things that I see coaches doing regularly that are hugely valuable, if you help people with productivity, particularly, and I know some of you will work with teams, if you help the productivity of a team, that can add huge value, and you may be able to get a sense of the financial value. One other thing that's worth mentioning is if you help your clients to retain staff. Really important, because then of course they're going to save on recruitment costs and many other costs besides. And I literally sat with people and we worked out those financial costs, and they've been huge, really, really big. So if you can get a sense of the financial value, excellent. And also, if you can get a sense of the value that's not so much to do with the financial side, more personal benefits, other benefits, which of course can be huge. So things like confidence. So I'm just thinking, for example, if you help leaders, a lot of my clients work with leaders, and you might help that leader in terms of achieving their targets, achieving their goals, but perhaps more importantly, you could help them from feeling like they're an imposter to feeling really confident in leading in their new role. And there you can see that's not so easy to put a financial value on, but it could be very, very motivating for other potential clients for you to be able to convey that to them and the value that's within that for them. One really useful question when you're trying to work out your value is, for your clients, what would have been the cost to them of not working with you? What would have been the cost to them of not working with you? What would they have missed out on? Sometimes that can unearth value that we didn't necessarily see before. So why is it important then to really get an understanding of our own value? I think there's sort of two answers to this. One is that it's really important for our mindset as coaches to know that the work that we're doing with clients really has an impact, and we get an understanding of the value of that impact. So it's almost like that's the internal job, our mindset. And then the second part is the external job. I like to take it one step further. And once my clients have got a sense of their own value, then how do you articulate that value to new potential clients? How do you get that value across to new people? One of the best ways that I've found over the years of doing that is having before and after stories, obviously within the bounds of confidentiality, but there are some quite easy ways to begin to craft those before and after stories that get new potential clients really excited about the possibility of working with you and excited about the transformation that's possible for them. So you might like to look at that as well. So I hope it's been useful to take you through some of the different steps that I take my clients through in terms of looking at your value. I think that it's so important before we do the pricing, before we do the packaging, to really get a sense of that value. And in closing, I think one phrase that has really helped me over the years is that clients buy the transformation. They don't. I know it's a bit sad really, isn't it? They don't buy the coaching and they don't buy the number of hours. And so I wanted to leave that as a last statement, a phrase for you to contemplate if you find that interesting. They're buying the transformation, not the coaching, not the hours. All right, so I hope this has been helpful and look forward to seeing you on the next video.